Greetings guys and gals, this is XIJABERWALKIX bringing you the best in esports. Today we have Starcraft Broodwar, the Shinhan Proleague. This is going to be KT Rolster versus Woongjin Stars. It looks like KT is up 3-0 on Woongjin Stars, and this is going to be Really versus Flash. Looks like Really's going to be spawning at the 6 o'clock position as the brown Terran, and at the 9 o'clock we have Flash as the yellow Terran. And pretty surprisingly, they put Flash again at set 4. And even more surprising is that KT is up 3-0 on Woongjin Stars. Woongjin Stars is a very, very good team. And for them to just, be up so much. Hold on, gotta adjust. Sorry for that. It's my volume's gonna be in the middle of the screen for a little while. But now. So yeah, shout out to Bliss Spike for just being all around awesome. He knows why he's getting the shout out, and he's helped me out a lot actually. And what he did was very generous and freaking amazing. And also shout out to mholden02 for sending me a link to a Flash versus Best game, which I'm going to cast after this. That was really awesome of him as well. And so that's what I love. I love you guys suggesting me videos, sending me video links, and allowing me to get more VODs. Anyways, I think we do. I wasn't really paying attention. I don't know if he has that racks down. It looks like he does. So 1 rack's in the CC for Flash, and Really's going to be sending his SCV Scout a little bit early. I mean, not too early there. It's really hard to actually see the colors on this video. I don't know why. The video quality is kind of weird. And doing a little bit of harassment is really... Flash is going to have to pull another SCV, but he's going to be able to deal with this fairly easily. I mean, I don't even think he's going to have to take that SCV off of that thing. Actually, he does. Wow, good transfer there. Very, very good transfer with SCVs. And he's going to be able to... Uh-oh, almost loses that SCV. No, man, that's close. But he's going to be able to get this Marine out just in the nick of time and force that SCV away. It looks like we have one SCV on gas for Flash as of yet. Looks like he's scouting for any type of proxy, just because that SCV scout was a tad bit early. And we do see, whoa, a hidden starport for Really. So this is going to be very interesting to see what he does, what kind of tech he's going for. Obviously, it's going to be Wraiths. But it's going to be interesting to see if Flash scouts this soon enough or not. Almost losing that Marine, but just pulling it back in the nick of time. One of the Marines gets into the bunker and kills the other Marine of Really. So 2 Marines go down for Really and only 1 for Flash. And both players just kind of keep scouting out for a little cheese. It looks like Flash now is scouting out for any hidden tech at that kind of 3 o'clock position there, and Really meanwhile has not gone for an expansion. I think that Flash sees this. He's looking for any type of tech because he knows that there should be more in Really's base than there is, but Really has gone for a very quick factory, it looks like, and already has Vulture out. One of the Vultures gets picked off by those SVs, another one going down, and looks like Really's putting down the starport, so he's going to be queued off that there's something, but I don't know if he's going to be queued off that there's going to be 2 starports. Excuse me. He knows that there's going to be some quick maybe a drop tech or maybe some Wraith play, but he doesn't know that there's going to be dual starports, which is definitely going to be Wraiths floating his barracks over, so he's not going to be producing any more ground units as Really. And Flash is just kind of backering up, just kind of staying in his base. Doesn't have his factory yet, I don't think. Just kind of being content with staying at his front, and actually he does have his factory up, so he is going to probably be producing some Vultures very soon, or he could go for the machine shot. But the first Wraith is already out for Really, and this is pretty bad for Flash there. He's going to be able to kind of defend this with some Marine play. But there is, oh man, he just landed his barracks in his base, man. This is turning out to be such a crazy game. That Wraith is going to be able to pick off that Marine micro a little bit against it, doing the best micro it can to its ability. 1 SCV and 2 Vultures at the front, and just producing, he's researching Cloak as well, so just producing these Wraiths and just doing a little bit of damage with it. Wraiths not really that effective if he goes like a lot of Marines, because Wraiths are pretty fragile. They're kind of like Phoenix, even though Phoenix can attack around. They're just kind of stealthy type units that aren't really that strong. They can get whittled down very easily by a group of Marines. So really needs to be very careful where he places his attack for. those Wraiths, and able to pick off one of the SCVs is Flash. It looks like Flash might be going in for harassment with these 3 Vultures. That Wraith only has 13 hit points. Oh my gosh, like 2 hits from that Marine, or 1 hit is going to take that thing out. 3 Vultures at the front for Really, and 3 at his front for Flash. It looks like Machine Shop spinning, so I'm assuming that he's going to be going for either Vulture Speed or Mines, since he has the Vultures out, building an Academy as well so he can get comms. He knows that those Wraiths Cloak are going to be researched, and Cloak is researched, as these 3 Wraiths are cloaked and going to be able to take down all of these Marines. He's going to be able to take down SCVs if he wants as well, and so Flash in a little bit of trouble here early, although if he's able to defend this, he's really going to be kind of ahead just because he has that extra base. And Goliath on the field already, comsat station almost being built. He really needs to take out this Goliath before the comsat station goes up and he gets his first scan. And well, I guess he was taking out SCVs because he knew that his energy was running out, and so the scan wouldn't really matter anyways. So he wanted to do as much economic damage as he could, especially because he knows that Flash has that extra base. And so now 2 Marines and a Goliath in the base just for a quick defense, probably researching charm boosters is what I'm guessing for those Goliaths now. He does really is Machine Shop spinning as well. Might be going Siege Tech, as he already has Siege Tanks out. I don't think Flash has any Siege Tanks out. Able to pick off that SCV so that gas isn't going to go up for a little while. Able to delay it, but really that Flash is very quick on his toes. And there's the KT coach. But yeah, Flash is very, very quick and is able to send another SCV to continue making that refinery. First tank out for Flash now, and these if Charm Boosters is done, I'd assume that he would go for Siege Tech, as that's going to be very important. Looks like we have a drop going in here from Really. Really's coming in with 2 Vultures and I think a tank. Maybe not, though. Maybe that tank was not in there. I thought he picked up the tank, but I guess not. Able to pick off 1 of the Vultures, and this other Vulture is going to go down as well. There's nothing on that higher whatever you call it, and I think that's what the commentators were kind of pointing out, is that Really's going to be able to kind of drop stuff on there and going to be able to siege Flash, just because he's going to be right above and he's going to have the higher elevation ground and trying to drop, and oh man, the dropship almost gets picked off, but no, like 3 hit points on that dropship, doing a very nice job of just getting away with it. Very, 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 very close there from Really. His freaking main is way oversaturated. He needs to expand really quickly, or else he's going to start falling behind. And there's Pocari Sweat. I actually bought another one because I went to downtown Denver and went to Pacific's, which is a Japanese store, and I bought another Pocari Sweat. So that's that. 3 Vultures at the front for Flash, and it looks like Really's going to go for his expansion, kind of stay in his base. He needs to do some harassment, though. I think he needs to keep putting the pressure on Flash, because if he lets Flash just kind of, be himself, I guess, for a little while, then he's going to be in a ton of trouble, because Flash's macro, as I always say, is just so good. He does have that siege line out there, able to pick off 2 of the Vultures from Flash. Looks like more mech forces coming in here, and now Flash is just kind of committing to his mech army, as is Really. So these dual star points are going to play a huge role. He's going to be able to get out dropships very quickly if he wants, or kind of get more Wraiths, but I think the Wraith play is kind of died out now. I don't think the Wraiths are going to be too effective. I mean, he's going to have to use some scans and stuff, but honestly, if he really commits to this Wraith play, I think he's going to lose the game. It really doesn't matter that much. Scan going on just to deter that Wraith away. And Really can be very annoying with these Wraiths, but really he's not going to be able to put in a good attack or do any real damage to Flash at this point with those Wraiths. So pretty much both players are going to go for this mech play and stay outside their bases. And honestly, is that Really? I think Really is also picking up a base at the bottom left. Flash might be going up for the top left, picking up his 3rd base. So the 3rd base for Really is going to be just slightly ahead for Really, but honestly, it's not going to matter too much, because Flash's natural has been mining for ever, pretty much. It's been mining since he did go 1 racks into CC. It's just been mining for this entire time, which is going to mean that Flash is... Honestly, I think that Flash is very much ahead, just because he's had that extra mining for so long. He's going to be able to produce a lot more mech units at this point, but he needs to kind of push in at the right time. He needs to kind of make this timing attack when Really is going for his extra 2 bases. and really kind of commit to it, because he's been at mining for so long. He has more minerals in the bank, and he's going to be able to make a lot more mech units as of now. If he waits until both of these bases are done, I think that's going to be really bad. It looks like that Vulture was able to take out that SCV that was making that command center, so the base for Flash is going to be even delayed that much longer, and that's another reason why Flash needs to go in and attack right now. You know, it's really hard to go in and attack the Terran player, especially in TVT, because they just have their tank sieged up and they can kind of turtle up, and you really need an outstanding force to kind of push through that. But honestly, I think that Flash has the capable force. He does have a good siege line, but Flash does have the capable force. Another comsat going down to deter that Wraith. That Wraith is actually being really annoying, making Flash use his comsats up. And honestly, you know, that's very effective, because if he goes for mines or something, he's not going to be able to comset those mines, and that could be a little bit of a problem. It could really deter Flash for quite some time. He does have those 2 bases up now, and so really he's at 3 bases, and Flash is only at 2.5, although at the same time Flash has been out 2 bases for a very long time, as I have been saying. And it looks like Flash is building more missile turrets, getting his starport, and so we'll have to see what he does with that starport. I'm assuming the starport is going to be for drops. I'm assuming he's not going to go for a Wraith versus Wraith army here. And Flash is doing what I was telling him to do, pushing in and kind of maintaining that siege line. Although I think instead of just kind of maintaining this wall here, it's like the Great Wall of China or something right across the middle of the map, he needs to go in and you know, do some damage, because these Wraiths are going to be able to do, you know, some damage. And at the same time, here comes Flash. Oh my gosh, popping 2 of those Goliaths. That was not good. He just needs to commit. You know, he's just kind of being a little bit timid. And we've seen recently that Flash is not invincible. He lost. Okay, spoiler alert. Even though this isn't really a spoiler, this is like 2 weeks ago. Flash losing to Cal in Group A. The first game of Group A. I haven't watched the other games because I've been pretty busy, but yeah, so he loses to Cal, and he also loses to Light in a huge, massive 52-minute or 53-minute game where both of them ended up going battle cruisers, and his battle cruiser engagement was just awful, man. He engaged like in an open area where the Goliaths could hit him, and didn't, you know, he just like, why would you ever, if you're gonna play a 53-minute game, don't throw away the game engaging in a spot where Goliaths can hit you. He could have engaged on his terms and made it so the Goliaths would have to stream up that ramp, but he honestly didn't. He just went out into the middle field like an idiot, and you know, it shows that Flash is, you know, kind of showing some weakness instead of being that, you know, player that no one can beat, kind of like Jaedong was earlier. But you know, people can beat Jaedong. We actually saw Jaedong lose in a ZVZ recently. I don't know who he was playing, but regardless, it looks like Flash might be going to this bottom left bait. That's what he's doing. He's just bypassing Really's army entirely. Cloaked Race coming in, Comsat going in as well, and here comes some of the Goliaths. They're going to be able to deter those Wraiths. They're also going to be able to do some harassment on this base here. SCV is just popping, and here comes some tanks for Really. Really actually has a lot of tanks, man. These tanks are just going to pop so badly for Flash, man. Flash is in a lot of trouble, and I feel like Flash has like separated his forces a little bit too much. He's just on the wall a little bit too much, and so now Really is he's running his SCVs right into that tank, man. The tank, oh my gosh, it looks like he's doing some good, what the heck, it looks like he's able to confuse the AI for that tank, doing a very nice job, man. That was epic. That was pretty Gosu of Really there, but these Goliaths are going to be able to take down all of these SCVs, and Really running his SCVs back and right into these Goliaths. That's not good. Able to pick off a lot of these SCVs, so mining is going to pretty much stop, although the siege tanks are going to take care of those Goliaths. It looks like, oh man, dropship by Flash just barely staying alive, just with a few hit points there. And so now we're at a situation where Really is at kind of 2.25 bases, and Flash is at a full 3. Really is also picking up the base at that 2 o'clock position, but we're gonna have to see how what the economies are. And I really, you know, like, I don't know who does it. I think it's not the OSL, it might be the MSL. It might be NBC Game that puts the little stat bar at the bottom right where those the command square thing is, and I really like how they put, you know, minerals and food count, because it really helps commentating. It really helps just overall knowing who's ahead or who's got what. And it looks like dropships coming in for Flash, and he's just dropping all over this base, going to be able to take everything out, doing a very nice job here. These SCVs are going to have to run, but it's not going to really be enough. They are trying to run in to these siege tanks, attack them. Very nice job there, and so these siege tanks are probably going to go down. Nice job by Really, but Flash just being so annoying, man. He was being really annoying, and that base looks like it got canceled for some odd reason. Maybe it got attacked by something, or maybe he had to cancel it because he needs, you know, to make more units, but I'm not sure. It looks like possibly, I mean, this minimap is so weird. It's just like the colors are just so close together for some odd reason, even though these colors aren't really close at all. I think it's just because it's brown and teal. Sometimes they blend together. You know, you get red-green, I think it's what it's called, colorblind. And so even though I'm not red-green colorblind, these colors just kind of blend together sometimes. But at the top right, it looks like Flash is picking up another base. And Really is just getting like dropped all over, man. He's doing a bad job. Able to pick off that dropship though, very nice by that Wraith. But this refinery is going to be sieged as well, and so this refinery is going to go down, which is going to hurt Really a lot, as mech units are pretty gas intensive. This the refinery does go down, and the starport's not making anything, so he's not making any more Wraiths. Looks like he's going to go for pretty much all mech. That command center is up, also building a refinery, and Flash is also going to go for that 12 o'clock base as well. So Flash is just really taking over, and I can't imagine, you know, Really actually coming back, because he is at 3 bases, although Flash is at like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases. Going to be at 6 bases pretty soon, because he's also building up that command center. Oh my gosh, Flash is just expanding so much, and he really has the capability to do so just because he had that second base. That second base was crucial. He had that second base up so much longer. It looks like a hidden command center. He's just waiting for the right time to drop it onto that minerals. But oh my gosh, Flash is going to definitely see this, and this is going to be devastating for Really, although ooh, maybe not. Just kidding. Okay, so he doesn't see that command center. He's going to drop in the back of Really's base, and this is going to be equally terrible for him. Siege tank sieging up, might be getting hits on those SCVs. Not really getting hits on SCVs, but he's going to be very annoying when he stops mining it at the main for the time being. And I'm surprised that their mains are still actually have minerals in them. Which is, you know, kind of weird. Flash's main has pretty much no minerals in it, and Really's has a little bit more, it looks like, but Flash is just expanding like a madman, and he's going to be able to put out so many units. Has his science facility up, so he's probably going to be creating science vessels pretty soon, just, you know, so he can see those Wraiths, and also for any mines that come into play, is what I'm assuming. Or he could be going for battle cruisers, which is another thing that he could definitely do. Wouldn't be surprised if he did that, because he has at so many bases, and battle cruisers just kind of rock through everything that Really has, and he's already, you know, kind of sieging on the main of, you know, Really. And so honestly, I don't even think he needs to go battle cruiser. He's just kind of putting the nail in the coffin here, and Really actually has no chance at all, in my opinion. I know I'm calling it kind of early, but I mean, when you're at 6 bases to 3, man, that's not good. 6 bases to 3 is not a situation you want to be in, and he's actually probably at 4 more realistically, because he has picked up that bottom right base. But Flash just has absolute free roam of the map. Flash can pretty much do anything he wants. He has a ton of mobility. Oh my gosh, he's expanding yet again. Man, Flash, it looks like he might expand 2 more times and just take every base on the map besides the 4 that Really has. But, you know, once you're at the spot he is, he needs to be careful though, because it looks like he might get Really's going in for attack, and he might be caught off guard. He's kind of in a weird transition phase where he is macroing up a lot, and he doesn't really have the unit composition that he needs, so he needs to be very careful not to really overextend himself. It looks like Really also does have a group of Wraiths that are going to come in here, although these are going to not do too much damage versus these Goliaths. Wraiths versus Goliaths is not a good matchup here. And building starports, so he is going to go for battle cruisers. Oh my gosh, Flash, you crazy moron. But yeah, just going for battle cruisers, which he's not very good at, to be completely honest. Oh, good scan and good drop there. Able to pick off a lot of those Wraiths. I don't know if you could hear that. That was my phone. I apologize. I'm at my house. I can't really do anything about it. I can't turn it off on silent or anything, because I am at home. But Really looks like he's just going to seize kind of outside of this base, but it's not going to even matter, because even if this base goes down, he's still going to have like 3 more bases than Really. So at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter that much. And Jesus, man, he's making so many starports. He's going to have like 12 starports, and so he just needs to make 1 out of every single starport. And he's going to have a control group of battle cruisers just because he has so many. Also building another armory for upgrade's sake. and man, he's just going so battlecruiser heavy. This is ridiculous. This is actually really fun to watch, though. And he's not getting control towers on some of those starports, so I'm wondering if he's going to go for some wraiths with those battlecruisers. Just go battlecruiser wraith combo there. I'm really kind of curious. And GG, man, he already GG's. He just knew. He didn't even need an attack to come. He just knew that he was going to lose.